anyone feel like they're just really not supposed to be working? Like, not that
I think we all
like
feel that
everybody
way.
gets tired of working, but like I really feel like I'm overworking. Like I don't want to find another job. I don't have a dream clock in 9 to 5 job. Like I don't want to work anymore. Not because I'm lazy. I just feel like I'm not supposed to be working. And I feel like every job that I get, like I always do pretty well. I don't have any issues at work, but like I'll get to a point where I'm just like
I feel
like
you.
nothing is exciting to me anymore. Nothing feels like there's not a job that I'm gonna work that's gonna make me feel like, oh, this is great, I could retire here. Like I'm not supposed to retire here.
That
I'm
doesn't
not
exist
supposed to
anymore.
be working. I don't want to clock in anymore. And I just feel more motivated now to be working towards things that will put me in a position where I don't have to fucking work. Because I think I want to try to be retired by 40, and I got 5 years
By
to do
40?
it, and I think I could do it. And when I say retired, I mean retired from clocking in jobs. Like I don't want to clock in work. Like if I'm working, it's gonna be like my own shit, like my own job, my own company, whatever. But I don't want to clock in by 40 anymore.
Yeah, and that, my friends, is corporate America. What is up? It's your boy Andy Matrix. If you just found this channel, I talk about social issues. I talk about being a digital nomad, traveling, leaving America, um, and other things, and just reactions, really. But mostly, is the culture nomad. So Americans are tired of working. Americans are tired of working. And I mean, who isn't? Who isn't? But I think, because before, if you were back in the 90s, the 2000s, even the 2010s, yeah, every people get tired of working, but nobody really complained about it. People just kind of accepted it like I have to work and this is it. But I think now because of the internet, because people see that there's a lot of options, they're like, "Oh man, I know that I can escape this. There's got to be a solution." But I think people feel it now more than ever that they can escape, that there is a solution. Right. All right, let's move on to our next reaction.
I need somebody to tell me how I'm supposed to make it in today's economy. Bro, shit's so high. You can't, it's hard to go grocery shopping. I mean, you go in the store with say $300. You ain't coming out with much. And I remember back in the day,
That's
300. True. Shit, if you was shopping with that, you had a buggy full of meat, shrimp, steaks, enough, to last a while. Now, $300 might get you 6 little bags. That's pitiful, man. Something's got to change. The gas prices is still high. What happened, man? I thought Trump was gonna help us. This ain't what I expected when I voted this year, bro. Last year. That's not right. Something.
I feel you. And I don't want to get political, but really quick, I just want to say that this is the last time I vote in America. This is the last time I will ever vote Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, whatever the heck, red, blue, white, black, yellow, pink. I am never voting again. I mean it. Like this administration, this election got me effed up. Like for real, man. Like everything that's happening now, none of this should have happened. None of this should have happened. It could have been avoided, but the people that are in charge, they decided otherwise. Right? So I understand. And this is another reason why people feel like it's not worth working so much anymore. Is because what's the point? What are we working towards? We can't save money. So what's the point of working anymore? Anyways.
Not to sound depressing, bro, but the thought of fucking working for the rest of my life is genuinely making me break down in tears, bro. Like, I know, I get it. I have to work hard for the things I want in the life I want to live. But what if I just want that, like, without the work? You know what I mean? Like, I know there are definitely ways where you can do, like, the most minimal amount of work and still have, like, a good life. I don't even want to do that, dude. Like, when I tell you I'm burnt out, I am burnt out. I've been doing customer service for the last, like, 4 years of my life. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to work anymore. Not any kind of work. Nothing at all. Like, even if I somehow miraculously become TikTok famous, I'm gonna have to do this for the rest of my life. I'm gonna have to branch off from TikTok and do, like, YouTube or something. Like, I'm
Okay, wait, hold on a second. I didn't like that last part because if you're making money off of TikTok, let's say you're making $2,000 a month of TikTok, something like that, right? You should have some satisfaction because you're a step closer to never working a job again. Right? Because the point, I understand you don't want to work, but you don't want to do anything at all. That's a problem. Because I think most people, they just don't want to work a job, but most people would be happy running their own business. Most people. And it's not for everybody. Especially now, I think a lot of people are looking to just be self-employed, give the middle finger to the 9 to 5. But yeah, but like doing absolutely nothing. Nah, I believe you gotta, you have to be, you know, a good. You have to produce. You have to produce something.
I don't want to climb the corporate ladder. I don't want the job promotion. I don't even want to be here today, right? Like, I'm only here because I have bills. Otherwise, I would not be at this job today, okay? I don't like this shit. I also don't like the fact that I have to ask someone to take a vacation. I just want to live, travel, see the world. I don't even have to make a lot of money. I just want to live. I just want to be away from you. I'm aware that a lot of people don't have jobs, so I don't want to come across ungrateful. But the way this job system is set up, we should not even have to work this hard just to survive. And to those people who will say, well, that's just the way it is. Fuck you. That's the way it is for you. That ain't the way it's supposed to be for us.
Yeah.
If you want to do that the rest of your life, God bless. But
Yeah, he's right. He's right. In America, it used to be that you actually had a life. You had a job, but you had a life. Friends, family, go out in the weekends, do this, do that. You could afford to do things in America once upon a time. But those days are over. Those days are over. Everything's just way too expensive. It's too expensive to go out with friends. It's just like and this is why we're having a job fatigue. Your job is supposed to allow you to have money to be able to afford the things that you need in life, right? Not just like paying the rent, but also like, have some money left over so that you can go out and have some fun. But even that, it's like people have to like put their fun on their credit cards now. It's crazy. And that's why there's a job fatigue, is because people can't get, even if a job that you hate, you can't get any satisfaction from the money you make anymore, because it's just going to be gone in a few days. All right.
You ever get home from work and just not feel like talking to anyone? Like,
Yes.
you're so exhausted that you don't even want to talk to your partner, your dogs, your cats, your kids. You don't want to talk to nobody. You just want to sit because you've talked all day and you have no more words to give anyone.
Yeah, that's any kind of job, even if you're working like in front of a computer, you get sick and tired of just being there. It does drain you.
Cause don't nobody want to work no more. No, we can't find good help. That ain't it. First of all, you right. Nobody wants to work anymore, but can you blame them? You get up, you go to work, you clock in, you making somebody else rich. Not only are you making somebody else rich, you're barely making enough to maintain your life or maintain financial stability. Because when you do get paid, you have to disperse so much money throughout the month that you're left with crumbs. And what do you have to do with those crumbs? You have to make those crumbs last to the next paycheck. Now, who is in the rush to do that? Not to mention, the companies damn near don't even care about you. If you pass away today, they will have you replaced tomorrow, and they probably ain't gonna send no flowers to your funeral, okay? So finding good help.
All right, let me stop it right there. Yeah, that is true. There's been, who was it? There was this, it was this lady. I don't know how old she was. I think she was probably like 40 years old. I don't know the name of the company, but it went viral. There was this lady that she died at work. It was an office job, but I guess she died at work and nobody knew until like the next day. Nobody knew until the next day. The only other country where this happens was Japan. Japan was known for these types of deaths, right? Dying at the job. And I'm not talking about working in a factory and dying. No, in an office. In an office. And we're probably going to hear more of those stories in the future. In America, by the way. You'll see.
Employees are tired of feeling tired. You know, they come in, they're already dreading the workday. Okay, they haven't even got off the clock yet and they're already exhausted. They're ready, you know, they don't even want to come back the next day. And then when they finally do clock out, they're already dreading coming back. They haven't even come back to work yet. They haven't even got home to enjoy dinner or, you know, time with their loved ones or with themselves or whatever. And they're already tired and exhausted. And they're just tired of being taken advantage of. They're tired of being burnt out, coming to work, feeling like there's no appreciation, there's no recognition. You know, they were probably once a really hardworking employee, but now they just feel like they're going through the motions of everyday work, and they probably miss being that hardworking employee, but they don't want to work hard for something or a company that's not appreciating them.
Yeah, and this is where the 9 to 5 is coming to an end. Jobs are pretty much on their way out. And the future of work is pretty much going to be gig work because it's contract work, really contract work. Like even I think in the future, even if you're going to end up working in an office, you might just do it out of a contract, right? And it's that people have realized, man, I don't want to build somebody else's company. Right. And let's say even if you're working at a job, people want to feel appreciated, and modern day jobs have shown us that they don't give a flying flip about us. They don't give a flying flip about you. That's the problem. And I'm gonna leave it there. You know, Americans are one of the most stressful people on the planet. You know, it's just things have changed so much, and really it's the employers ruined it, because we used to have a pretty good, you know, life at work, but then corporations, they kept changing things until now especially after the pandemic, they just ruined it, and now people are like, you know what, screw it, I'm sick and tired of this. And now that we have options thanks to technology, people are, you know, making other plans. And also, since there's no retirement, our grandparents used to retire after working 40 years at a company, and that doesn't exist anymore. Whatever your thoughts are, comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. It's your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed.